Ah, 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 spray in the skies, spray in the skies. Boom, 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 boom. Spray in the skies. Are you still alive? There's spray in the skies. Good afternoon, folks. It's 13/23, 29th day, 10th month, 2022. And boy, am I in a sarcastic ass fucking mood. My God. I had John Solid stitches. I nearly didn't give a forecast. I thought I might run out, but it just never stopped. Look at the plumination going on here. Boom, and that one went down, and a boom, and another one comes up, and a boom, 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 and a bang, bang, bang. They're in your skies. And did you have your say? No, you did not. Right, got a lot of microwave action going on here today. I got a Sunface that's very curious for the face followers of our of Soul, and for the followers of the assholes. Here's all the spray. Yeah, the combination of an all microwave and bzzz. Or Alice Springs is active today. You can see that. Yep, that's Alice. As the predictable corridor of storms rides between the EMF like it was last night. So, I'm sure you're curious about Sunfaces. Should I go over here? Quite? Nah, not yet. No. Nah, not yet. You believe you're trying to find a sarcastic-ass fucker over there to do your weather, and all they got to do is show my video? Hey, just because I don't take commercials, right? You think somebody else is going to be able to say what needs saying if they're worried about, our sponsor's pulling the money. Your sponsor can pull my fucking dick as far as I'm concerned. Right? Yeah, I may have applied for that job. I doubt I'll get it. Well, something's turned on over here on the low deck making sure nothing happens. Nothing happens. Why? Because it's probably precipitating something. Maybe it's farting out of gas. Who the hell happened down here? Or something's going on the low deck. And that is what's happened. It might be a little blurry there, but just if I zoom back a bit, you'll see what I'm talking about. And I have no fucking idea what I'm going to show you, but I know I'm going to tell it like it is. And if you don't like it, well, there's a little button up there called unfollow, unsee, block, ignore it yourself. Or why the fuck are you taking up space when somebody who's curious can ask me a question? You see that formation right there? It's like you went, no, with your arms out and your legs, and there you went. You went from nothing. No, and it's gone. Boom, 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 have 3 here, have 5 there. Chem bomb there, spray in the skies, spray in the skies. Spray in the skies. I didn't even try that fucking shit. Jesus Christ. It made me sound like somebody trying to hit a bad note on the X Factor, which is about nearly everybody on there. Except the one person they ran into on a cruise or something says, I think I could get you a contract. But the girls are going to love you, or the guys are going to love you. Because unless you pass that part of it, they don't give a fuck what you sound like. They just want a boil to pop. Hear what I said there? Now put this dress on, you'll be popping. Trans Baptist there, boy. That tattooed tough guy. So that your following guy suddenly goes, yeah, I'm going to put that on. Now, look at the nucleation here on the point. This I call a point. That's the point. That point has a cool weather effects. From the tributary in here to the fact there's different flows created in the venturi of when you push air into a bottlenecked area. And what happens when tides and stuff lash upon the end down here. It causes quite the effects. And you got a radar there? Did somebody boom the plume? Yeah, they boomed the plume. There it was. Why, you better not be yalla. Better face this fucking shit. That's right. You don't be yalla. Nope, no, we had enough of that. The combination going all across the nation, all the way out to sea, see? And the combination over here, see? In Harvey Bay, see? And they went on over here and they say, you think you got clean air, but then you look over here, see? And you see you got some bombs coming your way, see? Out there by Mackay, see? And over Charter Towers. Yep. Boom, 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 boom! Go to plumes and away goes Addie's bowl on the floor with a crash. Yeah, I'm going to sneak him in on you, mate. I talk to y'all. I'll have a little private jokes, There's some people out here who are right Wally. Because I might have asked your nickname and then redid it. Yeah, I'm talking about you with that cool-looking Australian flag with the orange and the red and the black, like the sunset and the indigenous flag of this nation should be. And not that, to me, looking like a Jolly Rogers fake corporate flag you guys say you have to fly instead of the real one. But, that's none of my business. If you want to fight over a Union Jack, you're still getting jacked. Right? You're going to jack your ass. Bzzz. Halloween. Bom, bom, boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. I left the whole fucking bit of it out. Why? Because it was getting old in my head. Hi, have a formation of chem bombs over your nation. Hello, Kobar. Hello, Double. Heads of toxic skies for you. You want to see an EMF blast? I'm going to show you the piece to resistance here. This would have been early this morning, your time. Boy, did they hit a blast over you. Yeah, I mean a fucking blast. You see it here. Look at the circle. Circle gets this square. That's a big fucking blast, man. Except where the microwave here is pushing it. Bzz, flatten that edge. This is the prow wake. It's going to do lots of mudging and nudging. It's going to spit here. That's going to spin that way. That's going to spit independently across that way. Through that EMF corridor created by such things as what's probably some of it's been turned up, but not quite, because I see the striations there. They've kept the lines. No, not that one. That blows. Now we'll go this one. Sorry. Yeah, this corridor here. The corridor of the EMF they've created is going to make predictable flows. Oh, we got to reach out here. That must be what's helping with the flat ass end on that. Right? Remember they saw that ass end? Yeah, there had to be something doing it. Oh my God, it's the sun. Now I'm going to talk about the... You want to see it? Okay, I'm going to show you. Look at the faces on the sun. Yeah, we had a little CMA. So I went looking. Look at this. Hey, my sun people, man. This one's badass. This is rolling one. Look at that. Look at this one. Fucking now. Ooh. What's the matter? You try to leave and you got nowhere to go? Did somebody destroy all the stargates and all the other worlds? I tell you what, she's boiling. This is a very volatile interaction that's going on between these two areas on the sun. You probably fit a few Earths between these two spots here. No shit. It's how big this stuff is. See the entities, man. We got it going on. It's a happening. Woo. Oh, you couldn't get a screenshot that time, Mr. Deutsch. Oh, we got to go back. Yeah, this is a real data, man. I love watching my planet. And part of my planet that I love to watch the most is the conversations that my planet has with the rest of the universe. And I sometimes wonder about this. This is badass. Isn't that bad? You want to see it again a little higher? Look. Oh, I might not do it. Here's a fucking hell, man. That's a fucking hell. I'm your bug. Just in time for Halloween, some entity. You got Frankie Steining over here. You got the alien nation coming out over here. Almost like they got boom boom plumes on the freaking sun. That's fucking far-fetched. But you know, when something looks like something, use your imaginarium on it. You got to go imaginarium on these magnetic lines of flux that cause plasma loops and all sorts of variousnesses. Yeah, read into that what you want. I'm going to go megatard, I'll tell you, man. I think there's fucking entities tried coming out of the sun at us and saving bad energy toward us. And somebody's done some very bad magic. That's the opposite of Christianity. That's what I think. Using a devil construct. And I see evidence of it all the time. But, you know, I just call it what it is. I was looking for a solar storm, and I had a small one. It was just a little one, minor. There was nothing that could cause huge EMF blasts. That's what I was looking for. But I found that was interesting. So that's the part where I sewed the faces. Face off. You know what a face off is? Look it up. That's a frazzle dripping situation. There's a lot of them out there. Just like, yeah, you know what's coming. Hashtag expose the 28. Do it so we can see what unfolds if we unite. So you got your corridors well set up where predictable flows of rain are going to come. Right, you can look at these now. Have you gotten a hang of it yet? Of where the corridor is? You can't go there. Not yet. But those ain't full round ring blasts. So whenever those turn off in about a day, then you get it. And you get it on. You're going to get it fairly soon. You may have 24 hours. You're going to start seeing pop-up storms because of the lines of the 14 or pressure lines going to start to become a factor. Yeah, I pre-rolled your tape. Yeah, here's what's going on in the Vunt. It's not such a Vunt cake. Or a wonderful day for the Vunt. Come on, you could call it the Vunt. Is that going to become a new swear? Hey, he said Vunt. We can't get in trouble for that. Yeah, look at the lines. When you get around, hit about here on the 29th. Your lines of volatility are very high. The bubble up is here, so you can expect to snap. That'll trap that. When it does, it forms a line down here of high pressure that'll be linked from here to here most likely. That tendril gets sucked into this on a rotary way. It's rotating this direction, so I expect it to kick stuff in here initially and then spread a huge line here. As the tendril elongates, starting to bubble up with this one here, you can expect a line of storms to come across the country right like that. And it'll sweep. Like if this was a wiper arm, and this was like where the bottom of the windshield was, and the top of the wiper was here, it's going to wipe that direction and sweep all that over. But it can't do that until the center of the low is about here. Once they do that there, we can do the pivot move. Yeah, and the next rods will be the pivot, man. Yeah, the center of the circle jerk is always then. Yeah, so that's how that should unfold. And that's why you'll see this forecast by the national services. But their totals are way off. Way off. And I'll show you what's coming. This one here is not to be played with. When it spits a bloop up between these two here, it's going to be a big bloop. And it's going to be a very low pressure when it does. So you'll see one of them summer storms now starting, where you get to do the really low pressures with the real clear eyes. That some of them end up being square. And thank you everybody who choose to give motherfucking warn people about storms that others ridicule you for doing, even though by now I imagine your accuracy is should be considered statistically quite high. See the bubble up? As soon as that slid and that came in contact with that, it had to do that. That's what the next rad said. That's what this says. That's what that tells me. That's how that works. Okay? How does it work that way? Look at it. It's doing it. Is that enough for you? Or do you need an ice cream cone popped right on your forehead to see how cold it is when it gets in your eyes melting? Right? Or you can believe me. It's cold. It's as cold as it is when you lick it. Well, lick this, motherfuckers. I'm right and you're right. Lick it. And if you bullied us and called us chemtrail idiots and morons and lunatics and nutters and all this shit, well, I don't never want to hear another word you got to say because you personally bullied me while I was trying to protect people against this sickness mix that was deployed over East Coast Australia today, sometime morning time, your time, when this satellite went over. You see where I am? You see where lines of storms are coming. You see the sickness mix laid where they want it next. So that's telling me, by reading this chem, I know the lines of energy say no. I know the flow says meet here. Right? Because the energy said so. It says go meet over here. Because the next rad said that's the only corridor open for you guys to get together. It is. They're channeled to run in together like a river. When they barge together, all those condensates collide. All of them get bigger. The hail begins to drop. Tornadic activity increases. The heavy lightning, the supercells, those very dramatic things you've seen out to sea can very quickly appear over these lands here because it's flat enough to do it. And when they get spinning and rolling and kicking off those spinners, as I call it, spitting one off, because it's what it does. It's a spit off of an eddy. Or do it all the time. Have three people row in the same canoe on one side and watch what happens with the eddies. The same thing's happening here. It's the sky, it's liquid, it's moving, and the dupe juice is flowing. So that's why that's going to do that. There's nothing else it can do. It's a geoengineering move. Without those next rads that I just showed you doing them corridors, this storm would quickly fail. If they stop spraying, the gig is up. Take a few years to get all the chem out of the sky completely, but with certain frequencies used, and you can knock it out. But would you want that to go out here? I mean, if you can get rid of all the chem over your house, but you're aiming over here, then you're giving it to them. That's the wrong idea. The idea is to stop doing it. Right? To give it to them so you don't have it is wrong. You are not superior to any creature out here. Matter of fact, they're superior to anything that's inhumane. Because almost all that's human. Ain't messing with nobody. It's all oneness. You're booming and you're pluming over their house. This is their house, man. This is the water, is what they breathe. You're fucking pissing in their air. You're poisoning them. Look at the string of plumes here. And I seen a picture of this one of y'all sent me, not calling names, as this one heads over toward these poor folks here. I call you poor folks, but man, you don't even smell the coffee some days. And my heart goes out to all y'all that has been affected so terribly by the geoengineering spring and the geoengineering summer that's here, the geoengineering winter you guys had, and the season of my discontent seemed to have started in 2022, and I refuse to accept the fact that it's going to be a decade of my discontent. I plan to be happy. I plan on somebody else owning nothing who pays for this needs to pay dearly for what they've done to what's underneath this in the water. For these animals, I must be. For the toxifying memories we're putting in this water alone. That goes on for aeons. To be picked back up as a droplet and come back down as a death vibration must be cleansed. Must be. Must be harmonized. And we must become harmonious with the fish. And quit moaning about everything that we cause. Looking for blame. Do the solution first. So that's stopped. Now, blame. Would it matter while the solution's going on if you need the help from the one you're blaming to have the solution? This is the fucked up thing. That's the fucked up thing about it. Is you need the help of those that toxify in your mind to untoxify. You're going to have to trust things you never would. Because I'm telling you, ain't everybody that joins one of those private clubs did so to do anything but charitable and good work. But how you're aimed at by the speech of the Grand Poobah can be quite nefarious. And that's what my point on that. And are you being allowed to blame something? If you don't own yet? My God, the Southern Crust. There it is. It's the Southern Crust. And I ended up doing, I guess I'm going to do this one on this one. I was going to show the other, but the plumes are showing just fine. This shows me the high tops and the new bombs where you can't normally see them. Like here. Boom. Boom, 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 boom. Spraying your fucking sky eyes. They're going up Axel's nose. Axel Rose out of Ken Bomb nose. Ken Bomb nose on Axel Rose. And he tried to take over a performance with Tom Petty one day. And I went to see him in the Smith Center the next day. I was in the front row, and Tom Petty, after the MTV Awards where Axel hogged the mic, he sang, knock, knock, knocking on Axel's door. He fucking imitated him and everything. We fucking erupted, laughed, and yeah, he pwned your ass, man, right in the fucking Smith Center. I'll never forget it, and you had to come and take it. Don't always get mad when your bad behavior is pointed out. Get mad at yourself that it happened. Thank the person for the life lesson of kindly pointing it out, because he could have done it in a worse manner. And thank him for, if you grow from it, tell him how you did it. Right? I've done some things in my life I'm not proud of, and I like to think I have do what they call atoning. Atoning ain't just giving somebody money, compensation. Atoning is retuning your vibe. Atone. Atone. Atone means change your fucking shit. Yeah, atonement on owing me $1,700 on some fucking emeralds there tomorrow in South Carolina is by paying the debt. Yeah, when I come over to the States, I guarantee you I will serve to get my money on that. Yeah, I have copies of all my messenger on files over in Turkey. This is easy to trace. I imagine interest might be involved in all the blowing of trust. Yeah, well, somebody who calls me brother does that. I'd rather be an orphan. Hello, St. George! By the power of St. George and St. Michael. They hit you with the sword over here yet? Boom! With the sword over here, go boom, and the clam go boom, and the plume go boom, and the bzz, 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 just for you. Ham bones. That's that corridor where they blasted you. Yeah, I told you. You could read that. I could do a weather forecast. Tell you what's going to happen. Just reading the loopy. Seeing where the cam is, and knowing a factor of what I usually look on a mimic, which I ain't loaded yet. I could give you a mimic on the fly. I'm curious. They said they had a minor event. What beam are they trying to blame? Yeah, really. This solar minimum, man. I ain't never seen such graphics. They put the boogeyman up there. I'm starting to feel a little bit CGI'd about that feed. Yeah, I am. I see the face in it. Okay, well, I'll see the boogeyman sometimes, and he's on television giving a speech. Okay, they're flattening it out and they're frying. The wiper mode's getting ready to happen. Folks, they're going to crunch that into that. They're going to turn on. Now, you mentioned the cyclotron down in Melbourne, that new accelerator. It's a huge, it actually looks like the thing you would see in a microwave if you took it apart. It is. It's just in the ground. What could possibly go wrong? Earthquakes here, usually. Because you got another island here. The reverberation is going to be terrible. You poor folks here are copping a direct dump every time that EMP happens when the magnets shut down. Every time they take a dump, they take a giant shit on my planet. And they're not happy with that. I mean, at what point do we need to ever know how to open up a portal to move the Earth out of here? Ever. Well, we might be able to. Well, if there's ever used the word might, if you use a formula that has anything called a constant, sorry, that's a theory, man. That's a wild, dangerous theory. That's a conspiracy theory because it covers up other things for funding of things that are real. The real scientists are working in the backyards and garages and stuff. They don't care what's your opinion, and they're having great results. And we could spot an EMF beam coming down here in a fucking minute. You got a ship out here. Uh-huh. I'll know it in a minute. Hey, New Zealand, how you doing? Oh, my God, there's this. Yeah, it's right through here. Yeah, your earthquake trace is exactly where I point. Here and here. Because of the width of the beam. So I'm going to narrow it down. Hey, Kaikora, how you doing? Hey, Seddon, how you doing? The fault ain't kicked since I've been there last. I have a feeling she's going to rumble soon. As soon as that passes. Might do it sooner. That's a big blast hitting here right now. That's a great... Like taking a hammer. And a storm front's pressure wake, or the nudge, is like a big hammer in the sky, but it's made of water, or a wave crashing on you. Like this one here is going to nudge into another thing. It'll have a barrier of a different pressure, and then, boom, move it. Boom, like throwing spice in a pan, Emerald style. Very simple, very easy, very nice. Chef tell, never told. I couldn't fucking resist that one. Barry never settles. Oh, baby, your sky's getting owned. It's getting cammed every day. If I don't turn off these lines, I won't be able to see nothing too. Ooh, better face your reality. They've stolen all our dreams. I think sometimes I've opened up the cuckoo's nest and it took a giant shit on me. Doom, doo, doo. The twins are in the hallway and we're taught to fear them, but they just wanted some love. Oh, they shot him in a macabre way. What happened to Carol Ann can happen to them too. Look into that shit. Ooh, doo, doo, doo. Hashtag exposed 28. Ooh, doo, 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 doo. They're stealing our adulthood retirement dreams. They taking your house. They're grabbing that house while you sit there shutting your fucking mouth. Yeah, you guys have a big mouth when it comes to being a Karen at the fucking store. While this shit's going on in this guy, flooding you out, microwaves blasting you like they don't give a motherfucking toss. The microwave door don't even happen anymore. They just turn them on. Hey, let's test this. Hey, let's do that. We don't know what this is going to do, says the study. Hey, let's do it anyhow. How you doing? How you feeling? Well, I'll tell you. Keep calm. Carry on. Nah, it's all right. How about this austerity? For 10 years? It's long gone. And who made billions? I don't feel very... damn sure my anus feels austered. Right? And we all staring at our phones. It's been an austerity. It's kind of why I see what's going on. That's right. Sky, 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 sky. Earwig myself. Bomb in the skies. Bombers them rise. Ha, ha, ha. I'm getting a rise. Viagra, rise. There's a song for Viagra. Rise, 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 rise. Getting a rise. Poke you in the eye. Huh? Hi, man. You people here are fucked. How in the hell am I going to pronounce that? Oraru. Oh, that's easy. Oraru. They can make a good song. Hey, dog, I love you. And that's how you say I love you and dog. And it's a beautiful town name with a contamination going over the top of you. It's not so pretty to see. Mate land. How you doing, mate? Good day, mate. You have a good day land and mate land. And a min later. I'll see you min later. When I get you on a blower. Cummins. Yeah, that's obvious. Cleve is toffee. Anybody like Angela's ashes? Huh? Yeah, well, tell him to stop wanking up the spout on us. Yeah, Yeah, I think Quasimodo's pocket's quite full, and he don't give a shit if you clap his ear, or as long as his pocket is clap full of change, man. Clap full of that fucking change. Well, it's a very strange skies these days, and I really think I've told you most of your forecast. But you guys still want to see the doom and gloom of it all? Now, here's the weather plan and how bad you're going to get fucked. You want 10 days straight off? Hi there, have it. And they say, hi there, have it. In New Zealand, you're poster child. Your governments run wild. Wild. Rein them in, man. You see how that's over a half a meter of fucking precipitation. Fucking half a meter. The weight alone on the island's going to do a lift on a corner. Want to be get enough weight in one spot, it just cracks up. Hi, what a wave would come to New Zealand. Coming near at about 700 miles an hour. The waveform of sound is a little bit different, maybe 300 for. Well, you could be from here to here at about an hour. A little bit quicker than that 3-hour plane ride. She'd be coming quick, man. You may get 2.5 hour warning if that happened. You definitely be glad you was living in the hills that day. You want to talk about a 300-foot wave? Better watch this shit. These guys are playing with big toys, and they got a big device right here. It is going to be the tall. They can say they disassembled it. It's like telling me HARP was shut down. Yeah, they handed it off to another program, nuts. It has never been shut down. So you should fact check yourself. Before I block your ass, I got a lot of people waiting in line to make comments, and I'm firing without warning. And you could go cry tears of real salt, actually. You might even be crocodile ones. You can go masturbate to somebody else's voice, because I feel what you succubusses are doing. And you do not have my permission to do that. But you do. Yeah, my mind just read that one. Yeah, John Sal, go for it. Oh, God, I got to go now. Calm down, girl. Right, it's right in that corridor where your heavy falls are. The microwaves have clearly showed me straight off where you're going to get it. And you're going to get it, and you're going to get it. Am I going to get it? Geo get it? Boom. See me always going to get it. Boom, boom. And the plume going to get it. You need to start saying, not this time. Right, it's time for that of it all to enter the situation. As like, once again, the trough gets it. How many 20 centimeter plus rains have you... within a week have you had since February? When have you not had a week of it? These questions I want to know. Where did all the water go? Or are they just picking it back up in the sky through various methods of, well, even a vacuum can wick some moisture, and other methods of pressure differences, chemical catalysts, luminous salts, titanium oxides are well known to absorb moisture. Damn sure ain't healthy to be breathing a bag full of that shit. And well, when this stuff dries on a leaf and it blows in the air, you're breathing a bag of whatever the fucking shit's in the sky. Have you thought about that one yet? And again, I come in on this fucking place. I wish I could ban a town name from my mind. It's always this town. All right, I gotta move away from it. I can't see it. You guys got Jesus to get stuff away from yours. I think he puts it in front of mine. Or whatever you want to call your oneness. Why? It is again. You're in a hot spot. Hey, imagine if you hold on to your land, it might be worth a pretty coin later on. Or maybe a new national park is coming. Ski resorts expanding. Hi, have it. Has there been something they've been wanting here that you ain't never let them have? You know, over here on one of the wings of this giant-looking flat-headed fly with the thorax and abdomen. Really large one. But that's just my imaginary. Nothing to see here. That frog boiled himself so fucking long. Nothing to say here. You're putting words in the frog's mouth. That's how fucking boiled Kerbin is. Have you figured it out yet? Boy, are you guys getting wet. This total's coming. This is coming. Yeah, that's over. That'll be about... If like this was a 10-day total and I put it over here, that's where it is. How many days, Robert? Would you want that counted in raindrops, minutes, seconds? Or you want it in a Star Trek year number? Really, the people ask me some questions. Anyway, that's where I'm at on this. All right, it's really what matters now is what's coming the next 24. The next 24, you're inundated here, and then it takes about a day and a half. It's going to be all over here, and you're going to have that. So the downpours that are going to come here are going to be fast, furious, and very, very keeping Robert awake to make sure you guys are all right. All right? That's what I got to say today. That's cover you for 3. Right? Not a whole lot more as this tracks north. And when this comes out to sea, yeah, she forms a spinner. You learn the dynamics. Tazzy ain't left you out. Hey, calm it, fam. For 24, you get a tickle. Then you get a big blast in a few areas, and then, oh my God, the inundation as this thing pulls through. Oh, it's about the same after that. It ain't too bad. But, that's subject to plan with the passing of the check or a meeting in a marble hall you're not allowed to. Pink Floyd, hollow laughters, marble halls, and boy, you motherfuckers better get some balls. Just spray in the skies, spray in the skies. Stay alive, people. Stay smart. Big love, peace.